There are times where you have a few extra dollars to spend, or the PTA gave you like $100 to spend in your classroom, and you're thinking, what do I get? Well, I'm going to share with you 5 Amazon finds that are amazing for that exact purpose that can be used in lots and lots of different contexts. The first thing is numeral dice. Now, I know that you probably use normal dice in your classroom all the time, but numeral dice are something that you should definitely consider. Now, with numeral dice or dice with numbers on, they have sets that go up to 20. There's lots of different ranges, so it can be used for so many different math stations or centers that you're doing, or even language arts centers if you just need a dice that has more options to it. A little tip: when you're searching, I will link below some dice that I really like, but when you're searching, you need to look for the Dungeons and Dragons style dice instead of the education style dice. For some reason, the education dice are more expensive than the Dungeons and Dragons one, and they have fun colors, which your kids will really, really enjoy. And along the same vein of dice, there are the 10 frame foam dice, or 5 frame, 10 frame, and 20 frame foam dice. Another great resource for your students to use. And they can be used in lots and lots of different contexts for lots and lots of different stations. One of my go-tos for using those kinds of dice is simply a roll and write with a whiteboard or a dry erase sleeve. The kids absolutely love it. Bonus if you get to use a colorful marker just to add that engagement into what you're doing. Usually in my class, I only let them use the black markers, so if we're in a small group and they get to use the colorful ones, they're into it. The next thing that you should consider getting is a spinner, specifically those suction cup spinners that can be put onto anything. And the reason why is because a lot of times, if you don't have a dice that has exactly what you need on it, you can create a spinner really, really easily that you just print off and then use one of those spinners for math stations, language arts stations. There are so many choices. You can make a number spinner if you need one. You can put rec and recs on there. You can put shapes, you can put letters. There's so many different things you can put just on a spinner and use. And then you have the little suction cup arrow spinner. You can use it over and over again, and your kids will love it. My students in the past have really enjoyed using spinners in any context. Next item I mentioned briefly is dry erase sleeves. What I like about dry erase sleeves is you can put anything into the sleeve and have it be something that the kids write on and then erase if they need to refer back to it. It has been years since I've been able to get a full class set of like mini whiteboards, so this is a great workaround that can be used for a whiteboard. It can also be used when you're doing problem solving tasks, especially if you're doing a building thinking classroom style problem and you don't have vertical whiteboards. Dry erase sleeves are something you can definitely use in that context. And the last thing is not specifically for math, but it has been a time saver for me. Now, I don't remember exactly who I saw it from, but I definitely saw it on socials, and it's this double-sided tape. And this double-sided tape is amazing. You need the tiniest little bit, and then stuff stays up all year. Like if there's something that you know that you're going to put up on your walls for the whole year, that stuff will keep it up there all year long. Now, a specific example, I make name tags for my students, specific name tags for my students, and those they play with them all the time. Those things stay coming off. And even if we put masking tape underneath and then cover it with packing tape, it just doesn't stay. It's pick at the corner, pick at the corner, pick at the corner, and then all of a sudden we have to tape it and tape it and tape it. Since I started using double-sided tape, again, a teeny tiny square on each corner, they haven't messed with them since. Like they have not come off since we put those little squares on. The one thing is, since it's a little bit thicker, it does give it a little bit of rise, so stuff has the potential to get stuck under there, like a double-sided counter, but the kids usually find it easier, and hey, if I don't have to mess with name tags all the time, it's a win. It's a win, and it has saved me tons of time and headaches and reminders about not to play with the name tags. So again, quick recap. Numeral dice, get the Dungeons and Dragons version for cheaper. 10 frame dice, spinners, dry erase sleeves, and double-sided tape. Those things are game changers, things that you can use over and over again in tons of different contexts in your classroom, and I do not think you will regret any of those purchases. So you have some ideas for what to add to your classroom wish list, or if you have a little extra from somewhere here and there that's to spend on Amazon, those are some great options. Hope this helps, and I'll see you next time.